Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Betty, a true nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 76. Now, I ended off last time by saying we were going to head back to Grafton and do all of the business around there, finishing off the Toxic Valley. So, I started recording that part, and I realised when I got to Grafton and spoke to the Mayor of Grafton, that quest, the Bureau of Tourism, is catastrophically dull. So instead, I've just off-screened that, because literally you just go to Grafton and the guy says, aha, I bet you weren't expecting me to be a robot, and no, we were all expecting you to be a robot, and then he just puts 4 markers on your map, and you go to those markers and do a very simple thing, normally just going up something and tapping A, and like 3 of the 4 locations we'd already seen. So, we've skipped that bit, and also I've gone and, you know, like, found some ammo and fixed up all my guns. Ooh, and I've actually created myself a brand new set of armour. If I just take off my ritual bindings for a second, check it out. That is an ultralight marine sturdy chest piece right there. I think, yeah, the heavy leather and the sturdy leather arms and that business, that looks pretty cool. And yeah, for only 2.4 weight, 5 action points, 59 damage resistance, 28 energy resistance, and 28 rad resistance as well at level 45. Honestly, pretty damn decent. I'd say it works for me nicely. Now, you may have noticed I only said that I've been to 3 of the 4 locations that the Mayor of Grafton sent me to. Yeah, there's a 4th, and that's where I actually want to pick things up today. You see, the last one is this place in front of me here, Wavy Willard's Water Park. And I remembered in the comments, last time I was visiting the Toxic Valley and saying, oh, it's a bit disappointing, there's no good quest here, etc, etc, etc. Someone said, John, make sure you go to the water park and speak to the robot there, because the best quest in the game begins at the water park. So, when I came here to fix a little water valve, yeah, a miscellaneous quest popped up saying contact Miss Annie, so that's what we're going to be starting off with today. There's also just a dead prison marshal here, which makes me think a different quest has sort of accidentally wandered into this one and been murdered, so that's of interest too. But yeah, it's very, very cool indeed. There's that massive, big alligator statue right there, and if you just kind of clamber up here, shut up, Scorch, nobody cares. Yeah, if you actually clamber up into its mouth, someone's actually set up a tiny little camp in there at some point in history, which is very, very cute indeed. So, yeah, someone just lived inside the giant alligator throat and set up all these traps. Make sure I'm not so distracted to actually walk into said traps, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm totally having a photo here, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, there we go. That's nice. Anyway, scramble over these little decorative rocks here, and here we go. Now, Miss Annie, what have you got to say to me?
Excusez-moi, you there. You're here to find Freddy? His father. He put a tracker on Freddy that the lovely boy could not remove. But on that terrible day, it stopped. The policemen, they tried. It was simple. Clues were found here. Then came all of this. My Freddy, he was not found. He could live, no? You live, so he could. Such a clever boy. Now, maybe a man. Such a long time to wait for word of mon petit chou. But Nanny, she cannot bypass privacy protocol. To enter the security office is unauthorized. Maybe you can enter?
Aha, so we've got ourselves a quest here. Cold case, where I need to figure out what happened to a missing boy some 20 odd years ago. And security is, yes, I saw that by the door on the way in. So alright then, let's do a bit of detectiving. So yeah, I saw this over here. We've got ourselves security officer right there. Locked door, I'm pretty sure I saw, yeah, broken down wall so anyone can actually get into here. Alright, what do we need to do right now then? Okay, one potentially useful note here. All employees who are assisting in the review of holotapes should report to the underground section of the staff area where the past month's holotapes are stored. Okay, remember that. And on this terminal, we've only got holotapes for the last 6 days. But she did say, oh, there was the implication it happened like either on the day the bombs fell or very, very soon before, possibly the previous day. Got a guy actually real weird about a package, might be the same guy as that slide tape. Setting it aside, I'll bring it to the office end of shift. Previous day, 6 hours of gator mouth and another 4 of picnic tables up top. No luck. Hang on, what were you after here? No sign of... Ah! No sign of the kid. Fine, so this was actually a few days before. Found a tape that is probably the kid getting nabbed at the Slither. I think the kid knew the guy, put it in the sec office safe until the feds or whoever can come and get it. So that was October 19th at the Slithers. And that's what the following days refer to. They were actually desperately looking for the kid and any evidence, but couldn't find anything. And that might be the weird guy. It might be the same guy who came back. Got it. So, okay. Security office safe, I think, was mentioned. And there's the security office safe just at the end of the room here. Fine. So crack that open. And here we go. The Slither Slide Daily Tape.
Hey there, Freddy. Hey, where's your nanny? You know what? I have a surprise for you. I don't want the other kids to see, though. They might get jealous.
What is it? What's my surprise? I want to see it. Please. Please. Where is it?
I don't think your nanny will like it. Let's take off your ID there so she can't find you. And then I can take you to the surprise. Oh, what's that sound, boys and girls? Slither slide! Swoosh! Splash!
Alright, so that is creepy as anything. And the Slither slides are these slides right here. So this'll be where it happened. So if there's going to be any evidence floating around, I can see I've got a quest marker over there. I assume that's the underground section I read about, but do we have anything else we can figure out here? Not that I can see, just the two slides here, including, ooh, a loop-de-loop slide. That probably doesn't make sense for a water slide, but I'm pretty sure that has been tried in the past, and generally it doesn't end well. So yeah, if you want to, you can just go down the slide a little bit. Marvellous. Though tragically, even while crouching, you can't fit through the tunnel sections, which it really feels like you should be able to, but no matter. Ah, hello. There's actually a break in the bottom of this old pool. Right over here. Okay, have I just fallen into the right area? I might have done, you know, and I'll gladly help myself to a bit of ammo and whatnot too. And yes, indeed, just along there, we've got ourselves the second little audio log here, together with a handful of bobby pins, never say no, or glue. Glue is good as well.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Wavy Willard's Water Park. How can I help?
Howdy. Was wondering where that box is for the mail. The one that puts a special stamp on the ladder.
Oh, you can find it over by the Croccolossus Mountain entrance. Right over that way.
And there was mention of a weird package, wasn't there? Hello over there, you can die, by the way. So, here's the box in question, and we've got ourselves two things here. Okay, letter to the media. To Quinn Carter, Charlton Herald. Miss, this key lets you open my box with all the evidence you need. I sent it to you because the truth has got to come out. You're Appalachia's most trusted news source, and people listen to you if you do an investigation. Grafton Steel has been violating safety standards and getting people killed with the toxic sludge they're dumping in the water. They shouldn't get away with it just because they're doing military work for the war. Little kids are dying. Alright, and Clarksburg P.O. Box 12. Ah! Hang on. The post office, where there was a terminal I could look up people. I saw that before. And I think I was getting one step ahead of myself here. I absolutely need to go and check out the Slither slide thing. But previously, yeah, the actual little ID wasn't spawning in. I'm guessing it's in that box I saw at the top. You know what, I see where people are coming from. This is a more interesting quest immediately, but it is let down by Bethesda's obsession with quest markers. Like, I could have figured out all of this by myself, just using, like, you know, directions. Go and find the mailbox that's close by to a particular ride. Well, there's signs to the ride, I could have found my way there. And I knew from the audio log that he was by the Slither slide when the actual thing was taken off the ID tracker. So I could have just, you know, used that to figure out I need to come over here and check boxes around that sort of an area. So, yeah, Bethesda, you're being a little bit OTT with the quest markers right now. And there it is. Kid Secure ID. Spot on. So, we've already got a full name for him, Freddie Wood. Alright, so that means potentially we can actually, ooh, use a Tinker's Bench to, okay, so there is an optional thing here. Let's go get that done. Don't know if there's a Tinker's Bench around here, mind. Except, oh, Why is their music suddenly playing? What's going on here? Oh, now there's just Mirelurks. That's... Where did you guys all come from, precisely? You know, I'm probably forgetting a really, really flipping obvious Tinker's Workbench, but I can't actually think of one I know of that's closer than Wixon Homestead, so I just fast-travelled back to Vault 76 for free, and then headed straight on over here. In fact, why am I wasting ammo? These are very low-level Scorch. Stick with the flipping sword. Alright, so... Freddy Wood's tracker thingy, need nuclear materials, the thing itself, circuitry and adhesive, nice and easy. So that is now fixed, spot on. So in the event I'm misbehaving, injured or lost, please call Miss Annie. Okay, battery power is low, but does it actually flipping work? And if so, how does that help me? So, back to Clarksburg. I've been through here before, of course, nothing too major going on, but yeah. That post office where you can look stuff up, like names, that was always the most interesting thing going on here. Alright, so we've got some boxes here. And, some of these are actually real, including some of them that actually do need to be broken into. Nothing in it, mind you, but possibly there's going to be. And, this is apparently PO Box 12. So that I can now crack open. So, one important memo. So, Grafton Steel Memorandum to all employees. So this guy presumably worked at Grafton Steel and was trying to leak information about their polluting habits, but why kidnap the kid unless, potentially, by any chance, is this kid the son of someone important at Grafton Steel? Keep an eye out for the name Woods, because he was Freddy Woods, wasn't he? And here we go, a note addressed to Mr. Wood. As requested, here are the safety numbers for the past quarter. I've made the adjustments you recommended in the revised list. These numbers are much better. Right, so, yeah, sickness confirmed by company doctor down from 123 to just 13. Dismemberments halved. Deaths reduced from 31 to 2, because officially they were not supposed to be on premises. Alright, so maybe it was Freddy Wood, not Freddy Woods. In which case... Did this guy steal this memo and leak it to Carter Quinn? And Mr. Wood, yeah, was a bit of a bastard who was actually trying to cover up the many, many deaths that were being caused at his factory. So search by last name, first name, or box number. Alright, well we know about 12. Let's start with that. So, Otis Pike, Wilford Street, and also something weird's going on outside. I think possibly there's an Assaultron using its head laser, which is causing a weird colour filter. So... We've got ourselves an address for the guy who, 1, seemed to be leaking information, and 2, kidnapped a child, who is very likely the son of the guy who was causing the trouble. Now, the house in question seems to be, yeah, to the south of Grafton. And there is apparently a Grafton Day Parade going on right now. Okay, what's one of those when it's at home? And why does everything keep going that weird red colour?
This is Grafton's mayor speaking to everyone in the valley. It's Grafton Day! We are celebrating our town and its beloved mascot, the Grafton Monster. He may look scary, but I assure you his robot handlers have him completely under control. Come, join the parade, spend your money, and make sure to donate to my re-election campaign.
I think we killed the Grafton Monster and ruined the parade before we actually finished the introduction. Yeah, that was pretty quick and easy. Alright, lovely. You know what? I'll gladly take some... Oh, sorry, there were more people in the parade. My mistake, sorry. Sorry, I'll finish off the rest of you too. I will say, though, because this is in Grafton and that's fairly early game stuff, that's probably an interesting little event for lower level characters. Because while the actual Grafton monster may be a bit on the tough side and quite a high level if you're really low level, because he moves through the town, it's a parade, so you can actually see it moving across the map. If you would say, like, mine up the street before he gets there, you might be able to take down, yeah, something pretty big just because he's going on a slow, regular, predictable path. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, on to the south of town. Looks like one of these houses up here by the water tower is going to belong to Otis Pike. And I'm guessing you meant well, my friend, but you did kind of kidnap a child, so you are a dick. And here we go. Open door. And a notice of termination on the side here, so... he was dismissed. And this suddenly makes a lot of sense. So he was fired, and by the actual reasoning, as a law-abiding government contractor, Grafton still abides by our commitments to meet or exceed safety standards. Yeah, basically he was kicking up a fuss about the safety standards, so they got rid of him. Gotcha. I'm not sure whether this is Otis Pike himself upstairs, but we do have a man and woman dead in the bathroom of the same house. But we've also got ourselves a basement. A creepy, creepy kidnapping basement. No sign of an actual child down here, but jukebox and a teddy bear. Yeah, the kid was totally kept here at some point. Now, his emails explain how he got the bracelet off, because the nanny said it could never be removed. So Otis Pike wrote to the Kid Secure customer support and managed to persuade them he was a customer who was having problems, so they actually sent him override instructions. Alright, very clever, he did his homework. And he's also been writing to Grafton Dam and verified that all humans were removed. It's now purely automated, so, okay. He found a very good place to hide a child, because there'd be no one there to find the child. And now we understand the connection between Arthur Wood, Freddy's father, and this guy. Freddy likes you. I can't prevent Kid Secure from letting you locate him, since Molly trusted you as a guardian. Just let it go. You tried to take advantage of my memory of your sister. Fine, so he was half-brother of Arthur Wood, who's the guy who's been faking all the reports we've seen. A bit of a nasty one all round by the sounds of it. Ah, now this is interesting. So the chronology is a bit off from what I thought it was. Back in May of 2077, that is when he told the news about it. So that is presumably when he passed the information over to Carter Quinn. And then, yeah, a month later, all of a sudden, protesters, problems, marvellous. But, as it's the Fallout universe, what you'd expect happened. Soldiers came in, probably hallucinogen gas was used to clear the place, and Arthur Wood was having a good laugh about it. That's when he came up with the plan to kidnap Freddy. Now, luckily, Grafton Dam's a nice, easy one. I've been here before as part of that little prison break event or whatever it is. I think you need, like, lockpicking or hacking 3 to go in through the front door, which I could totally do, but I'd rather be super awesome and badass and just sneak in through the secret pipe, because that's pretty cool. Alright, gotta find 5 clues. And again, Bethesda, come on, you've given me a small area. Let me search it. You don't need to show me the quest markers for everything. I could have done this by myself. So they kidnapped the kid, and the kid knew this guy. They actually liked each other, or the kid used to like him anyway. So at first he went along with it, but by October 20th, a few days later, kid was having fun with our great adventure. Now all he does is whine and draw rude pictures. I'm not sure who's the captive here. Arthur left a note at the ransom site, said I could keep his kid, he wouldn't shut down the plan, and would let his only son go to save the country from commies. Nice. And a day later, I swear the kid is plotting to kill me. He keeps bumping me when I'm on the catwalk. He was playing with a bit of rope, saying he was practicing his Pioneer Scout knots. I'm pretty sure he was making a noose. Blimey, that's dark. This also does explain something I actually noticed the first time I was here, but just didn't think much of. There's a bunch of toys on the ground, and I spotted them the very first time I came here. I just picked them up and thought, ooh, good, screws. I never thought, of course. That was supposed to be a hint. Something else was going on here. There was a child here, and there shouldn't have been. Okay, a note here from Freddy, and he wasn't 100% wrong here. At the bottom there, I'm gonna make traps like Pioneer Scouts said to do in the woods, and I'm gonna catch Uncle Otis because I'm the greatest. So, he was actually genuinely playing with rope and trying to make traps. Not necessarily to kill him, but certainly he was trying to trap the guy. Also, blimey, I just found a tape that was apparently right next to one of the clues, and it's Grognak and the Ruby Ruins, which is actually a full little really old school text adventure thing that's actually built into, well, actually it was built for Fallout 4, but they've just ported it over. So yeah, you can actually have yourself, like, you know, a full-on little RPG texty thing inside Fallout 76 if that's what you want to do. And it's a big thing too. There's a proper little kind of map you move around and investigate what's going on in places. It's very cool indeed. Biggest secret. It worked. Uncle Otis got his foot in my trap and slipped where I put the oil. He's so mad and yelling at me, he's stuck upside down now. Ha ha ha. I showed him I'm going home. Right. So the kid actually was able to trap him and then actually, yeah, pushed him off the catwalk, and eventually he got his foot free, but he just fell to his death immediately afterwards. And the Woods estate is actually, yeah, very close by to the water park, so I'm not sure how he made it there. It's very impressive that he did, though actually, hang on, no. All of this was... Would that have been pre-war or post-war? This would have been... Yeah, the escape would have been just immediately pre-war, right? I think so, anyway. Depends how many days he was at the dam. So here we go. Just a random little house. I passed through it earlier when I was just exploring the Toxic Valley, but back then, there was nothing particularly interesting going on. Just empty house, greenhouse, and little kind of pavilion thing at the back. Alright. So... Did you make it home? Ah, here we go. You see this? This is what we need more of, Bethesda. Fallout 76 sometimes decides to say, hey, here's the right area, but you've got to actually explore it by yourself. It tells you you're in the right area with the little kind of glowy kind of compass marker there. Once you're inside the area, you don't get a quest marker. You actually have to explore it yourself. Yeah, we could have done with more of that during this quest, actually. That would have improved the quest quite a bit. Well, there is actually a picture right here upstairs. I'm guessing that's Freddy Woods. Ah, here we go. Under the desk, we've got a hasty note. Daddy, I can't find you and I'm scared. I hear lots of sirens and a man says I've got to go with him to some secret place now. He said Daddy gave money so I can go to the vault and be safe. Uncle Otis is at the dam. We had a fun time, except he was mean, so I left. Where are you? Ah! So yeah, his dad was rich enough that everyone actually had a place at the vault. So, which vault, logically? Because if he was at Vault 76, then, like, I personally, my character, should have known him. And confirmation on the terminal as well. Mr. Wood, to answer your questions, yes, there's room for both you and your son. Yes, your war efforts are greatly appreciated. Yes, you can arrange for your son to be delivered to a safe location in the event of war, since you'll likely be separated from him. If he's at either location you specified, home or school, we'll be able to assist. So, we've got confirmation there that as long as Freddy was actually here, and his note says he was, then the guy that actually picked him up was legit. That was actually a Vault Tech or military person. So, Freddy was actually saved. There's actually a flipping happy ending for this. Aside from, like, all the people that were killed by Grafton Steel, and Otis, and possibly Freddy's dad, and, like, presumably the nanny who's just kind of stuck doing nothing forever. So, basically, for pretty much everyone, it's a sad ending, but it's probably a happy ending for Freddy, unless he went to any vault other than Vault 76, because we know for a fact that at least one of the vaults turned into a nightmare, everything's overgrown, everybody's dead disaster, so probably wasn't a happy ending for him either, to be honest. But on the plus side, even if it's an unhappy ending for literally everyone, Miss Annie will probably consider it a good ending, so that's nice.
You are returned. And my Freddy? This writing, this is Freddy's. His father, he did not want Freddy with the uncle, but so much love Freddy had for him. Oh, mon petit chou, so terrible for my brave boy. The tracker also. Oh, yes, you found it. Oh, the signal is strong now. I can pull data from the terrible day. This you found at the home? Oh, my poor child. Such fear. The writing says he went to safety before the bombs. This means he could live. Thank you. These things I have found, you must take as a reward.
Alright, and I'm guessing I get a slightly better reward because I actually bothered fixing up the tracker because it didn't do anything else. And what have you got for me, Miss Annie? The answer is Stimpaks, ammo. Okay, couple of plans. I never mind a handful of plans. And Perfect Storm. Targets burn for 24 damage over 3 seconds. That's actually not even that bad, really. And it is a level 50 variant, so yeah, not so bad at all. Alright, probably time to move on in that case, but I will say, yeah, that was a fun little quest, though it would have been better if they'd used more of the circle of just explore, it's somewhere in here, and less of the actual quest markers. Fun place, though. Very, very pretty, especially when it's lit up at night. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are, weird as it is to say, very close to done here. We're very close to done with Fallout 76. I believe that there was the last of the, like, proper little submissions. I've been told there is, like, some form of mission related to, like, a big prison that's over here, but I've, like, floated around it and nearby several occasions. It's never triggered for me, so I'm not sure if that's just an event or something. I've not done 100% of the events, because plenty of the events are just like, you know, there's a whole bunch of Mirelurks, shoot them. They're not very interesting. And I might have missed the odd map location. I think there's, like, yeah, one radio tower up there. I think there might be, like, a mine or two I haven't seen on this side of the ash heap. But we have seen pretty much everything at this point. We've pretty much uncovered almost all of the entire map. And I would say it's time to move on towards the end game. It's time to figure out what's going on inside the Whitespring Bunker, and that leads straight on towards the end of the game, and that will be the end of Fallout 76 until Bethesda release some actual new content for it. Vaults opening, something. So, let's get down there, see what we got next. And we have, of course, been in this room before. This is where I visited long ago, when I was actually visiting here as part of the Mistress of Mystery Quests, and, yeah, I figured then it was something important. So, ID card. I should have the right key card for that. Door should open up, and apparently...
Welcome, Senator Blackwell.
Marvelous. I get to step inside, figure out what is going on here.
What do we have here? No glaring mutations. Radiation exposure present, but recent. And brave enough to have found Sam Blackwell and come here anyway. You, Voltstock, are an impetuous bunch, aren't you? Impetuous we can use. Please, come inside.
Right, so the robot running the show here is happy to let me in, even though he knows I'm not actually... Oh, blimey. Well, this is nice and fancy. Alright, this place is very nice indeed. Can't access the elevators just yet, though, and be given the tour. Gotcha. And yeah, we've got ourselves lovely windows. Oh, window to the bookshelf. Right, got it. And yeah, nice little butlers, as we've seen outside as well.
You are standing in the Whitespring Congressional Bunker.
I am, you know. He's not wrong.
We've made you a little present. Please, step over to the dispenser.
Okay. What have you made me?
Custom tailored. Just a little taste of what we do here. To see more, please come downstairs so we can become better acquainted.
Hang on, what have you just given me here? Forest Operative Under Armour. Is this replacing the... Ah! This is replacing the Vault suit. Okay, so... Hang on. So right now it's the Vault suit underneath all of this. Wait. Okay, take off all the armour. We need to see what the heck's going on here. So right now we've got our lovely Vault armour, which, because I've actually treated it, is worth, like, Endurance and Luck +1, which is actually really, really damn nice. And you've given me something that is completely flipping worthless. And is also very ugly. Yeah, absolutely hideous. Appears to be slightly dirty. And just has a great big, slightly squished E squeezed between my breasts. I'm not exactly thrilled, to be honest. The Vault suit is just objectively better. Oh, and we've got a good full boding room down here. Oh, this would just be perfect for showing me a Securitron upgrade from.
Ah, there you are. Welcome. We are Modus, the final member of an assembly of the greatest minds ever gathered on American soil. We called ourselves the Enclave. Our members were once the puppet masters of the United States, quietly pulling strings at every level of power in the nation. It was once our solemn
personal duty to attend to the needs of the Enclave members that called this place home. But our earlier residents suffered from conflicts of vision. Conflicts that claimed a few of our more critical systems and permanently disfigured our shining personality. Most critically, their squabbling has forced us to seek out men and women who can do what we no longer can.
Right, so this guy's like a proto-John Henry Eden, because of course it's a lot earlier in history right now. So the Enclave and this guy were locked away. And I'm guessing, when he says conflicts that left everyone dead and him a bit battered, he turned on them. He went a little bit killbot on them, and they all died, but in doing so, managed to do a little bit of damage back to him. And yeah, this glass does look a little bit on the cracked side. Yep, definitely some bad stuff happened here. So now he's just an insane murder bot all by himself, begging passers-by to do his work for him. Gotcha.
The Enclave has counted presidents, members of the Joint Chiefs, and prize-winning scientists among our membership. Before you're allowed to join such lofty ranks, we'd like you to take a brief questionnaire to see if you possess the knowledge and character we value in our members. Of course, if you feel your strengths are more tangible in nature, you may approach our terminal to continue on to the next section of the evaluation.
So, do a questionnaire to prove myself worthy, or just speak to this guy to skip it. No. The questionnaires and the quizzes are some of the most fun bits of the game. I've been loving them. We're doing a flipping questionnaire. So I need to prove that I'm Enclave material, though... let's see if we can get any hints as to what it is they're looking for before we do it. And no, that's just some frequently asked questions for newcomers. Alright, let's do a questionnaire here. What have we got? What was your profession prior to your arrival? Business owner, lawyer, military, doctor, agriculture or food service or other. Now it's possible they don't want military or law enforcement because those guys might kick up a fuss in the event that people are horribly mistreated, which happens a lot in this sort of a situation. Doctors could be useful. I am going to say, yeah, scientist. I'm a doctor or scientist. I do a lot of healing. I'm pretty good at the old hacking business. I'll say doctor or scientist. And which of the following thinkers' belief systems most closely matches your own? So, oh, bloody hell. So I could go for Elvis Presley, but I suspect the answer that they want is, well, it's definitely not Marx. They probably want me to say Adam Smith, so I'm going to say Adam Smith. Alright, keep on going on here. Who was the 18th President of the United States? I don't bloody know. Which one of these actually, like, were presidents? I think possibly all of these might have been presidents. Chester A. Arthur I've heard of. I think he was in a Futurama joke at some point. And like that name strikes me as familiar. I don't know what you did. Were you maybe not president? Did you like fight in the Civil War but you weren't president or something? I can't remember. That name strikes me as familiar as well. And that one at the bottom definitely existed. I'm going to say Abraham Lincoln. Alright. In a formal table setting, which is the only fork placed on the right of the dinner plates. I'd have said dessert if you forced me to guess, but that's not an option. Well, it's not going to be salad or dinner. I'm going to say oyster. I've no bloody clue. Which general was responsible for the reclamation of Anchorage, Alaska in January 2077? And I believe that was Chase, because that name rings a bell, so I think it might have been in Operation Anchorage. Alright, that's apparently a lot. Time to submit my answers and figure out how horribly wrong I was.
Your examination results were promising.
Really? Oh, that's marvelous.
You might be just the kind of member we're looking for. There is one additional task we'd like you to perform, however, so that we may confirm our suspicions. Some of our most precious external connections were damaged by our former residents' squabbles. That tape is the first step in our restoration. We would have you take it to an old naval surveillance facility known as Sugar Grove. Plugging it into any terminal in their signal intelligence room will allow us to connect to their formidable network and sniff out a piece of archive technology that was burned from our memory banks. Now, it is likely the facility will react to our intrusion. But we have seen fit to add a routine to that tape that should turn some of their defenses to your side.
Right, Sugar Grove. That's easy. I've been there before because that was part of Mistress of Mystery. Absolutely flippin' lovely. And you've also given me a recoil-compensated Enclave plasma rifle. Give that an inspect. Standard, splitter, stabilized stock, standard sights. Honestly, not great to be honest. 28-28 at 45 is far from spectacular. We might just break that down if I'm allowed to. Oh, but you do have a nice secret elevator out. I always enjoy a secret elevator. Where does this one go then? Oh, just to elsewhere in the exact same bunker. Well, that's much less exciting than the Mistress of Mystery one. So, back to Sugar Grove. Been here before. Last time I was here, in fact, there was a massive fight against a Scorch Beast that I, in the end, just had to give up on. Because it didn't go very well for me, and... Okay, you guys are surprisingly flipping tough for level 30. Uh-oh! Run! 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 Ouch! Bloody hell! Now there's going to be many, yep, chain reactions. Action! Oh! Zero flipping dear! Well, this has started well. Ah, I suspect I know exactly where I'm going. There was that weird room, that little mini maze that I actually saw last time I was passing through here. Yeah, there was like a little area I couldn't figure out what it was for. And now, all of a sudden, things make a lot more sense. I bet I need to navigate that maze and shove this tape into the end of that. Oh, and I've leveled up as well. And when I say leveled up, I actually leveled up off screen, I think, between parts when I was doing the Grafton business. So actually, there's 2 level ups to do. So I should probably do those at some point or other. No, I'm wrong. I assumed it would be in this weird maze at the end over here. Possibly I'll need to do something there. So, there's... Oh! Hello! Sorry, didn't realise you were down over there. Luckily, I've got myself a huge amount of criticals, actually. Reload. And just pop out crit, dead. No, not quite dead. There you go, now dead. Right, gutsy. Bloody tanky as anything, these guys. Here's a fun bug I've run into. So, this terminal, where I need to load the system access tape into this here terminal. If I want to load any tape I want to, like, say, this random tape here. Yep, that tape's now been loaded in. Marvellous. I can stop that. I can pull it back out again. Marvellous. So, I can actually load tapes into this terminal. Would you believe there's one exception, and would you like to guess what it is? It's the system access tape. Won't load. Will not load. Under any circumstances. So... Well done, Fallout 76, well done. Right, I'll try a different session and see if the game actually works. Ah, and obviously, this is now a new session, meaning I have to fight past all the same enemies again. Oh, and we've got flipping Assaultrons here, which would be a problem if I hadn't figured out how to completely hard counter all Assaultrons for the rest of time. Shotgun, Enforcer 3, congratulations, you're now useless. Oh my goodness, it's still not working. This is not just a named quest, this is part of the main plot. Without this, you physically can't complete the game. And I need to load the system access tape into a SIGINT system terminal. And the game is saying, this one right here, and I've tried others too, and now it won't accept it. Basically, at this point, Fallout 76 is just broken. Because I physically can't progress beyond this point. Right, guess I need to try and find some help online because this is completely broken. I will be horrified if this works, but an online guide that I've found says if you have too many holotapes, you stop being able to load them because the holotape you've just received is too far down the list and Fallout 76 stops acknowledging it. So, I guess I'm going to just drop a bunch of holotapes that I can just pick up again later if I want to. and really hope this might do something. I mean, I'll be incredibly depressed if it does, but it might. Oh my god, that actually worked. If you're holding too many holotapes, you can't load holotapes you receive after that point into a terminal. Even if it's quest critical. Even if... That's insane. That's embarrassing. Come on, Bethesda, that's just shocking. Right, so... I've got the data now. Now, there has been word that someone might try and stop me, but I might have a little bit of assistance. So, collect the lost data. Where am I doing that? Hang on, is that in the... Wait, where is that? I don't know. Okay, someone's tried to stop me. So we'll just quickly use all the criticals in the world to get you out of the way. Is... somewhere in this direction. Is that in the office upstairs? Hang on, where the heck is that? It's... Ah! It's through here, apparently. I didn't even know there were rooms through here. Sorry, I never came in here before. Right, so we've got ourselves... You're probably bad, aren't you? Yes, you're bad. Okay, so the terminals are helping out for the time being. Collect data, please. Activate something. Collected some lost data. I feel like I shouldn't be helping out Modus. Modus feels like the sort of person I should not actually be helping out. Right. Now I need to return them, but I'm guessing there's, yeah, all sorts of... Oh, hang on, that's an overridden gutsy. Is that... Who are you fighting in that case? Oh, you're fighting a... Sorry, you were not capable of defeating a level 28 turret. Well, okay, I suppose. So I've got a bit of help here. Who are they helping me against? Because there doesn't actually seem to be anyone else... Well, alright then, I guess we just leave. Right, so I've given the insane murderbot access to the massive and possibly slightly still active spy network and all its incredibly evil programs, so job well done so far.
Those who came before you butchered our external connection hardware, scrambling the link between us and our closest and dearest system. The Kovac Muldoon orbital platform. An ever-watching eye, trained on Appalachia.
You really don't need to justify yourself, it's fine. Just tell me where to plug it in, I'll go plug it in.
Those standing well back is advised.
Wait, hang on, what was that bit at the end? Because that sounded important. Well, here's a rare sight. Somewhere I haven't actually been before. Okay, then. I want to tell you what's in this part of the world. It's that survey tower that I actually saw from down in Watoga that I was slightly annoyed I couldn't get to previously. Oh, so this is just flipping marvellous. And nothing much here, to be honest. These guys were actually doing very well for themselves. They had, yeah, some lovely little plants just on planters all the way up the tower. As note of the table reveals, she passed away peacefully in her sleep and he just went pretty much soon afterwards. And, with a gun in him, possibly self-inflicted. So, alright. That's a moment of, well, not really happiness, because there's potentially a suicide involved, but like, as happy as you get in a Fallout game. Right, survey the area, see if I've missed anything. Precisely one thing, and it's exactly where I was supposed to be going anyway. Marvellous. And I think I know how I missed this place last time as well. It was because, yeah, last time I was here, I was rushing to Sugar Grove because there were a bunch of other players there, so I wanted to team up with them. So I saw this place in the distance, but I bypassed it and said I'll come back here later when I wasn't in a rush, and I never actually came back here. So there we go. Right, just fought my way through the building, up to the roof. Nothing much in there. A couple of notes hinting, oh, we might have discovered alien life, which is not too much of a surprise in the Fallout universe. Well, I suppose it being absolutely canon is maybe a bit surprising. I mean, it was always maybe a bit of a joke back in the original Fallout and in Fallout New Vegas, but I guess Fallout 3 just declared that aliens were canon, and Fallout 4 kind of doubled down on that, so we shouldn't be too surprised by Fallout 76. Also, there was a fire escape this whole bloody time. Great, marvellous, didn't need to do that. Right, plug-in thing. Marvellous. Oh yeah, he did say something about standing back. I'm just going to stand back.
Yes. At last. Signal received. What? What are those things? They appear to be everywhere. We suppose we understand now why it is you wanted to join us. Speaking of which, you've kept your end of the bargain. Let us fulfill ours. We've ordered the Kovac to drop off a little care package. Return once you've collected its contents.
When you say drop off a little care package, I'm not 100% convinced this is a good thing. Well, on the plus side, it wasn't actually a nuke, because I was expecting that to be a nuke. I wonder if another player, if they just happened to be in this part of the world looking in the right direction at the right time, would actually have seen that or not. I don't know, you know. Maybe that was just for my eyes. And that gets me some orbital scan beacons. I don't know if that's good, but maybe it is. And I also get a wood left leg, because of course I do.
We had some doubts. Someone with your faculties would be capable of serving our interests. Consider us pleasantly surprised.
Maybe I did worse on that test than I thought.
Now, as a new member, we may call on you from time to time. You, of course, will be compensated for such efforts. Our production center has a variety of goods available for purchase, as do our medical bay and science wing. And given the state of things above, you may find our military wing of particular interest, though full access will require a bit of self-promotion. But we needn't keep you any longer. Welcome, member, to our little enclave.
Alright, I've joined the Enclave. Yay! I think. And also I've helped the Killbot gain access to satellite technology. Double yay! And that is a 20% bonus damage missile launcher. Nope, that is not very good. And I see what the orbital scan thing's doing. So, mark a target for 60 seconds, call in an orbital missile strike. Right, now that could be useful. And now I get full access to the bunker. Production, science wing, medical bay, all sorts of exciting, sexy things. So over in the medical bay, he is selling some very cool stuff. We've got ourselves, any recipes you don't actually have for medical goods. Very, very good indeed. Oh, flip me, the mutation serums. I've heard about these in the comments and they finally showed up. So, they're a bit on the expensive side, mate. 4,800 caps if I want to gain marsupial by anything other than pure chance. Bloody hell. It's also a bit on the harsh side that it doesn't actually tell you what the mutations do. So if you don't happen to know what every mutation does already, there's no way of knowing before you pay 4,800 caps, which is a bit of an oversight. Now, production room is, okay, so buying all of the various different kind of bulk things if you need to, together with, Forest Scout armor chest piece. Not that bad, to be honest, given that's completely unimproved, I assume. Yeah, that's just standard stuff. So fine, you can buy Enclave-specific armor, and it's not bad at all, together with clothing, plans, fine. A little bit of everything for sale over in production. Oh, but here's the big one. The military wing.
Greetings, member. Welcome to the Whitespring military wing.
Alright, long conversation, but pretty simple. I need to get myself promoted through the army. To do that, I need to do good things or missions for this guy. So, what counts as a good thing? 'Cause apparently I can just, do generic good things or missions for him.
Valid acts include target elimination operations, bunker support operations. Completion of tasks will result in immediate issuing of commendations. Good hunting.
Alright, kill starred epic creatures or scorch beasts, or complete Enclave events to earn support operations commendations. And sadly, it doesn't appear to be retroactive, because I have totally killed a whole big number of starred creatures in the past. So 2 points for killing multiple stars, 1 point for killing just like, maybe 1 star or something, and then support operations. So complete an extermination operation mission, 2 commendations, support operation patrol, complete a robot patrol mission, that's only 1 commendation, or resource drop, so complete a resource drop mission, 1 commendation per mission completed. And as I understand it, we're now up to, yeah, this is actually the penultimate mission of the game. So all I need to do is go around, kill a couple of star creatures, drop a couple of bombs on some bad things, and we'll be straight up to the rank of general. That should not take me long at all, because if nothing else, I can just server hop until I actually find myself, yeah, someone who's dropped a nuke. Then I can just run into the nuke zone. Loads of starred enemies in there. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'd say we'll call it a part there. But next time, I think it's the grand finale. I strongly suspect I can wrap up Officer on Deck and move straight on to dropping the nukes on the Scorch Beast in one final part. So, that will be coming later this week, possibly on Friday. It might take me a little bit longer just to put together, because I know the final mission, you're supposed to have a few people along with you, so I need to make some arrangements for that, ladies and gentlemen. I need to make some arrangements. That will be along very, very soon indeed. The grand finale coming most likely on Friday. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nut, and this has been Fallout 76. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh, Timmy, it gets much worse yet. Because your dad's also dead. Garden Gnome, go! Yes! Come back and accept your inevitable gnoming. Dance with your dad, Timmy. Dance with your dad. Gnomed! Oh, I've emancipated his limbs from the rest of him.